Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have day 27 of the January celebration to share with you. So let's jump right in. So I'm going to create a set of cards. I, of course, am going to do them in a rainbow color palette, but you could literally do any color palette you prefer here. Excuse me, and I am going to cut down the panels. So for my colored panel, I have HammerMill Cardstock. You guys know, if you've been with me for a minute, it is my preferred cardstock. And then I also have black cardstock that I'm going to use for the mat. I am going to create 6 cards, and I am going to do them in the A2 size, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I'm going to cut down my black mat to be about 1/8 of an inch smaller than my base, and my white panel to be about 1/4 of an inch smaller than my A2 base, leaving me a very nice thin border all the way around. Now with these cards, especially in this month, I was trying to lean more towards a clean and simple style so that you could easily recreate them with something that you have on hand. And I really thought that this set of cards would make the perfect gift set for somebody. I think you could easily, pair them with some envelopes, tie a ribbon around it, and then give it as a gift set for somebody who doesn't make their own cards, but maybe likes to mail things out or hand out cards to people. I think that would be really fun. And so this set, I thought, really leaned itself well to that. And there's so many ways you could alter this set. I mean, you could do it in different color palettes. You could do it, all in different shades of purple. You could all the same shade if you didn't want to do 6 different color palettes. You could change up the sentiments, maybe make them all different, have birthday, thanks, thinking of you, hello. You could change up you could make them all inspirational sentiments. That could be a lot of fun. And you could use literally any floral you have in your stash for this. I love florals. I have a fair amount of them, but I kind of keep coming back to these Tim Holtz trims ones because they work so well if I'm using them, on the side of a card or just for a beautiful image without it kind of taking away from the rest of the design. This is a fairly simple design, but ultimately I want the color to catch your eye more than the floral. So hopefully that kind of makes sense, but I think that you could change this up for any longer you could do anything. You could take a bunch of leaves and stamp those in the place of the florals. You could maybe have butterflies flying up. You could have balloons. I think that there are many things you could do here instead of florals if you wanted this to be slightly different than what you kind of originally thought it was going to be or what I've created. Either way. And so I'm going to try to section off my panels in thirds. They're not perfectly sectioned. If that's something that's concerning to you, I would, bust out a ruler so you can add a line and make this perfectly a third. But I'm not concerned about that. I think they're all very close to this same colored area, so I'm pretty happy about it. And I just used a little bit of Low-tack tape to kind of section off my colored area. And again, you could make this larger or smaller if you wanted to. I've done watercolor cards this month. I've done blending cards. So there's a few different things I've done this month that I think lean themselves beautifully for a more simple color and a simple way to just create some really pretty cards. So hopefully they give you some inspiration and you'll give them a try. If you're, struggling a little to come up with ideas, or you just want to do something that's kind of colorful and simple, these I think are a great way to jump into that. So for my colors, I'm going to use 2 colors for each. I'm going to call them color family, each part of the rainbow. So I have Spun Sugar and Picked Raspberry for my pink panel. For the orange, I went Carved Pumpkin and Crackling Campfire. For yellow, I went Squeezed Lemonade and Mustard Seed. For green, I went Twisted Citron and Rustic Wilderness. The only thing that I wish I had done here, though, is because there's a pretty big gap between the 2 colors that I used for green. I do wish that I maybe had gone Mowed Lawn instead of Rustic Wilderness, but that's a hindsight thing. I don't think it looks bad. It just, there's a more stark differentiation in the 2 colors for that one panel. And then for blue, I went Broken China and Uncharted Mariner. And then for purple, I went Wilted Violet and Villainous Potion. So those, excuse me, and these are the Oxide inks. If you guys have been with my channel, you know that I prefer the Oxides for anything ink blending. but any water-based will give you great results. The water-based is just my preference once again. So if you have inks that aren't water-based that blend beautifully, use those. You don't have to buy new stuff unless, you're on the market for it anyways. But Oxide inks are my preferred for blending. But of course you could use just the distressed inks as well if that's your preference. So it's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to work through the colors. So you can see that I'm going to do a base layer of my lightest color. And then I'm going to go in with my darkest tone and just add that kind of against that section that I've got there so that it kind of gives me almost like an upside down ombre, if that makes sense. So I want the lightest color on the bottom, the darkest color on the top, and then I want to blend between them. And I'm so sorry, I just hit my microphone. I like to talk with my hands. So hopefully that wasn't loud. I'm so sorry. And yeah, so I'm just going to use the same piece of tape on the other 3 panels, because you're going to see here I like to do them in a rainbow order too when I blend them. So I did pink, orange, yellow, and then green, blue, purple. They're no right or wrong. Do whatever works for you. I just really want to give you guys some inspiration and something to enjoy. I do get a lot of questions about how I come up with my ideas. Honestly, half the time I don't know. They kind of just, I don't know. I went to school for graphic design. So I don't know how much that influences my creativity, but I can generally go through a mental list of the things that I own and then kind of try to come up with ideas that I think would work with the things that I own. Sometimes I get excited about something new, so that kind of can help inspire other things. But if I'm struggling, I'll go to Instagram or Pinterest, YouTube works too, and find... I'll scroll through and find something that I'm inspired by, whichever a creator of some kind. And then, I will use elements of their design. I don't copy their design. I don't think that's ever a great idea unless you're learning. Or alternatively, you're going to give credit where credit is due. I think that's perfectly fine. You guys will hear that I sometimes recreate projects that, say, Vicky Papineau has created. And you guys know, if you've been with my channel, I greatly admire her. I think she's phenomenal. I'm an amazing creator. And I will give credit. I will link to her video. I will, because it wasn't my own original idea. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think that we get inspiration from each other. I just think it's important to give credit. And that's, perfectly okay. I've had people reach out and ask if it's okay to, recreate my cards. And 110% it is. Absolutely, recreate it to your heart's content. My only request is that if you're going to show it on social media, your Instagram or whatever, tag me so I can come and check it out. I want to see what you guys are making. I want to see your version of my card. So please, absolutely share it, absolutely make it. Just shoot it to me so that I can, comment and give you some love and check out how you've, reimagined or just recreated with what you have on hand. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so coming up with my own ideas, I don't know, half of it's inspiration, half of it's just being aware of what products I have, that kind of stuff. I don't think there's any right way. You just get inspired. And I think following creators that you're really inspired by as well really helps, because you can kind of see what they're up to. I find the Tim Holtz makers to be really inspiring. They're always so creative, that kind of stuff. So if you're struggling with ideas, I also think it sometimes helps find a simple project and make it. Just credit whoever you've made it from, but find something simple that just gets the creative juices flowing. I find sometimes people get stuck at staring at a blank page. So try not to do that. Try not to get stuck there. Find just even Google simple card designs or whatever, simple art journal, whatever you're trying to make, and find one that you're inspired by and then create that, and then give credit where credit's due. There's nothing wrong with that. And that just kind of helps you, kind of get into the creating mindset. And I think that then it's easier to have more ideas come when you're creating than when you're sitting there staring at a blank page and struggling. So hopefully that helps answer that question. If not, leave me a comment and let me know if you have any specific questions, because you guys know I'm more than happy to answer any question that you have. So I have moved into now, I'm just stamping down the Tim Holtz floral trims. I love this stamp set. I've used it several times. And normally I would put the focal, the floral, whatever, on the left-hand side of the card. And I thought I would mix it up a little and put it on the right-hand side. I am very drawn to putting stuff on the left-hand side and then the sentiment on the right-hand side. So I had to flip that so that I wasn't doing the exact same thing with this. But I thought that it turned out really pretty and I'm really excited about it. And then I am going to bust out a happy birthday sentiment. This is from a Simon Says stamp set that came out quite a while ago. So I don't know if that exact one is still available. But any smaller sentiment strip would work beautifully here because I'm just going to line it up along the colored strip. And I mean, it's not going to be in the exact same place. It's going to be in the exact same place on each card, but where it is relative to the color, it might be a little bit higher, might be a little lower. I don't think it matters. I think it's beautiful regardless. And this is why I prefer my Misti. Just because I get this, precision stamping wherever I need it, and then I can restamp it if I need it. And I do have a Waffle Flower Mat in the bottom of my Misti. It is sticky, so it holds my paper where I need it, so I don't have to bust out magnets, just because I find that easier. But there's no right or wrong. Whatever you have, work with it. I'm a big believer in using what you have. So I did just stamp down the happy birthday on each of them. Again, change up the sentiments if you want to do something a little bit different, perfectly acceptable. And I hope you guys are enjoying this month's celebration. If you're new and you didn't know, I am doing daily videos in January as a celebration for hitting my goal of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I actually ended up hitting 12,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, and I am incredibly grateful. So I have been doing videos all month long, every day. I haven't missed a single one. I wasn't sure if I could pull it off, but I managed to. And we are down to the last few days of January, and that's just kind of exciting. This month flew by. If you guys didn't know, I was in Mexico for a portion of the month, and I love Mexico, so it was really fun to take a little vacation. Though I did work through some of my vacation. I did have to edit some videos, and I did some background stuff, and I designed some sticker sheets that are hopefully coming to my shop in February. That's my goal. But yeah, it's been a really crazy busy month, and I'm like shocked that I managed to do 31 videos and all sorts of different videos. So did you have a favorite? There are a few left. You guys will know there's still a giveaway left. I think there's another card video yet. I'm trying to remember what all is left for the month, but hopefully you guys have enjoyed all of this content. Do you have a favorite video or theme thing? It can be like maybe you enjoyed the unboxing videos, maybe you enjoyed the painting videos. Let me know because I'm really curious. And if it's something that a lot of people enjoyed, maybe it's something I can leave on the channel. We can do some paintings more often. We can do something a little bit different and just add that to the channel. So if you have anything you really enjoyed, let me know. And I'll do my best to kind of have it, show up on the channel. I am hoping to continue the paintings. If you haven't seen them, I've started watercolor painting. My first one went up, I believe, the first week of January, and I shared a few other ones this month. I think there might actually still be one left. I'm trying to remember what day that last painting goes up, and you might not have seen it yet. So I thought it would be fun to continue to share my progress with watercolor painting on the channel so that you guys can kind of see, what it's like when you start something new, and it's, scary and exciting and fun and frustrating and all sorts of the things. So I am planning on continuing to share that as long as you guys are enjoying it. So you just let me know your thoughts. I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. And then, of course, in February, we're going to go back to our regular channeled videos, every Monday and Thursday. And then, of course, the live streams will continue every second Thursday. But yeah, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. But so, of course, because this is me, I did have to add a couple of little gems. They're very, very subtle gems. They're so pretty, though. They're full of clear glitter. So I think it's a little bit hard to see, but in person, they're just stunning. Like I love them so much. So I did have to add a few of those across the card panels just for a little bit of extra glitter because that's what I do. You don't have to add them, but I think that they're stunning. So I do tend, and I have a fair amount of glitter. I have a fair amount of embellishments in my collection because I love them so much. And you get so many in a container that it's just worthwhile to use them when I can. So I did add a few across there. And then, like I said, I think that if you paired these with an envelope and, you know, tied a ribbon around them with a little note, this would be a great gift for somebody who enjoys giving cards. I think that that would just be a really fun handmade gift, and I think that a person would love it. So that's kind of what I was thinking. But I'm going to hold these up so you guys can enjoy them in all of their glory. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you leave me a like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I do new videos, as I said, every Monday and Thursday, with live streams every second Thursday. And if you made it all the way to the end of the video, I'd love if you'd leave me a little rainbow emoji just so I know who y'all are. So thank you so much, guys, and I will see you again tomorrow for my next video. Bye-bye for now.